Can't decide between internal stimulation or external stimulation? Why not both? Hey everyone, welcome to ATMS TV. I'm Emma from Adulttoymegastore and this is Doing It, the series where I teach you all about how to get down with your sex toys. In today's episode, we're taking a look at rabbit vibrators, the different types and how to choose the perfect one for you. A rabbit vibrator is a dual stimulation sex toy that stimulates the vagina and the clitoris at the same time. So you've got this longer end, which stimulates the vagina, and the shorter ears here, which stimulate the clitoris. Now, they tend to have a relatively recognizable shape. However, there are lots of different types, sizes, and shapes to choose from. So let's have a look at some of the most popular styles. We'll kick things off with the classic rabbit vibrator style. So this is a really simple style. It doesn't have any fancy features, but it still feels really amazing. So you get internal vibration for the vagina and clitoral stimulation all in a cute and easy to use little package. This toy is the Satisfyer Vibes Mr. Rabbit, and it's a really soft and squishy silicone toy. So the internal shaft is 4.5 inches in insertable length, and as you can see, it's nice and thin at the tip, but it does get quite wide down towards the end of the base. Now the toy has 12 vibration features, and you can use the internal shaft and the clitoral ears independently of one another as well. Now the handle makes it super easy to maneuver while it's inside your body, and it's waterproof, so you can take this baby into the bath or shower too. Our next vibe is another classic style, however this one has one extra special feature. So this is the Satisfyer Monoflex and it is an app-controlled vibrator. Now that means that you can use an app to control the vibrations on the toy. You can also set it up to vibrate in time with your favorite songs, or you can hand over control to someone else and allow them to be in control of your pleasure from anywhere in the world as long as you've got an internet or data connection. What's really great about this toy is how flexible it is. So the main hang-up that people have with rabbit vibrators is that they don't often fit all body sizes, and that's due to the height of the clitoral stimulator. However, because this toy is so flexible, so both the internal shaft and also the clitoral shaft, it does tend to fit a lot of bodies more comfortably than other styles. The toy has 11 vibration functions, and this is a mix of patterns and also intensity levels for you to explore. The next rabbit on the list is a beaded rabbit vibrator. Now, this is a toy from Cosmopolitan and it has these amazing rotating beads inside the shaft to stimulate your vagina. This toy has a really strong motor. With some other vibrators that have rotating beads, the beads will slow down inside your body as your muscles clench around the toy. Now, as we experience pleasure and especially as we get closer to orgasm, the muscles inside the vagina will tighten. And if the toy isn't as strong as your muscles, then that means that the beads are going to stop rolling. However, with this toy, the motor is super strong, so that's not the case. As well as the rotating beads, the internal shaft also vibrates, and the clitoral shaft vibrates too. Now you can use all three of these features at the same time, or you can use each of them independently. If you're into clitoral suction toys, there's actually a rabbit vibrator that uses that technology too. So this is the Satisfyer Pro Plus G-Spot. Rather than using vibration, this toy actually has a clitoral suction function. This is using the same technology as their super famous Satisfyer Pro 2. With this type of toy, the more flexibility it has, the better to ensure that you get a perfect fit. Now, with suction toys, you need to create a seal between your skin and the toy, and the more flexible it is, the more likely this is to happen. Now, this toy does have some flexibility through the shaft, however, the clitoral end is firmly in place. But if you do want something with more flexibility through the clitoral shaft, there are options available. If G-spot stimulation is your jam, then the California Dreaming by Carl Exotics might be the perfect toy for you. So as well as vibration, this tip also moves back and forth in a wave-like motion to stimulate your G-spot. You may have heard people recommending the come hither motion to stimulate the G-spot, and this toy is designed to simulate that same feeling. Now, the tip is relatively small compared to some of the other styles that you've seen today, and this provides a more intense direct stimulation of the clitoris. And this end vibrates and flickers too. Keep in mind that vibrators with lots of extra movement, so something like the back and forth motion or the vibrating beads, are going to make a lot more noise than a standard classic vibrator. So think about this before you purchase. The next thing to think about is the shape and size of your Rabbit Vibe. You need to think about the shaft. Do you want it to be long or short, thick or thin? And do you want something that's G-spot specific? So these will have a curved or a bulbous tip to stimulate the area. And if you're not sure where to start, going for something smooth and slim is a wonderful starting point. You also need to think about the size and shape of the clitoral stimulator. Do you want something small and pinpoint that's going to offer a more intense stimulation against the clitoris, or do you want something broader and flatter to target a wider area? It's also important to consider the vibration settings of your toy. Some will have lots of different speeds and patterns like the wave or pulse. You also need to think about whether you want the two motors to be able to work independently. So this means you can have the internal shaft on high and the clitoral stimulator on low, or vice versa. Some toys will have this option, but some toys require that you operate the two ends at the same speed and intensity level. As a rule, USB rechargeable toys tend to be more powerful than battery-operated ones. So if you want a toy with some oomph, go for something that's rechargeable. You also need to think about the material of your Rabbit Vibrator. Now, I have a bit of a type, and all of the toys I've shown you today are silicone, and that's because it is non-porous, it's body safe, it can be sterilized between uses, and it can be made to be relatively firm, or it can be nice and soft and squishy. But there are other materials available. Things like TPR and TPE are really popular for Rabbit Vibes too. However, these are porous materials, meaning that they can harbor bacteria over time. So make sure you wash them really well, and we recommend that you replace them every 8 to 10 months. Thanks for tuning in to Doing It. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any more fun sex toy stuff. Thanks everybody. Bye. That was the cheesiest smile of my life, but I'm loving it. My nails match my top. Not even deliberate.
Did you not notice?
No.
That was the first thing.
Features and sizes to choose from. Let's take a look at how to choose the perfect one for you. And then I'll just fling it right at your face. However, there are a lot of different sizes, shapes, and those with, I'm losing my mind. So you get this longer internal shaft, which stimulates the clitoris. Wrong. Do that again. You get this longer internal part, which stimulates the vibrator. Fuck me. Oh my God.
That was great.
I did it. And it's never been done before. Yes. The toy has 11 vibrations. Said all those words weird.